December 7th, 1941. The day the world changed forever. The day the United States was pulled into the greatest war humanity had ever seen. And on that same day, American soldiers carried a weapon unlike anything their enemies had ever faced. A rifle so advanced, so far ahead of its time, that General George S. Patton would later call it the greatest battle implement ever devised. This is the story of the M1 Garand. Before World War II, most armies were still using slow bolt-action rifles. One shot, stop, pull the bolt, reload, fire again. Seconds wasted, opportunities gone, lives lost. But in the quiet workshops of Springfield Armory, a Canadian-American engineer named John Garand imagined something different. A rifle that didn't need to be cycled by hand. A rifle that fired again and again with every pull of the trigger. 8 powerful .30 caliber rounds ready to unleash in a rapid burst of fire. A semi-automatic rifle issued to every American soldier. When the M1 entered the battlefield, everything changed. Imagine being a soldier in 1942. Your enemy fires a single round and pauses to work the bolt. But you fire again and again and again. A stream of accurate, fast, punishing shots raining down before the enemy can even react. Fire superiority shifted instantly. American infantry suddenly had the advantage wherever they fought. And then there was the sound. The sound every soldier remembers, the legendary metallic ring. Ping! The moment the empty en-bloc clip ejected from the rifle. Some swore enemies listened for it, waiting for that tiny signal of vulnerability. Others say it was just a myth. But one thing is certain. That sound became part of the soul of the American fighting man. A sound of reload. A sound of survival. A sound of steel and courage. The M1 Garand wasn't just powerful. It was tough. Rain couldn't stop it. Snow couldn't freeze it. Mud couldn't choke it. Desert sand couldn't jam it. Tests showed this rifle could be dropped, dragged, soaked, frozen, or buried, and still fire when a soldier needed it most. Its gas-operated system reduced recoil, letting soldiers fire quickly with remarkable accuracy. Its iron sights were crisp, precise, and ahead of their time. This wasn't just a weapon. It was engineering perfection forged for war. Then came the real test. Combat. North Africa, Sicily, Normandy, the Pacific Islands. Wherever American soldiers went, the M1 was there, steady, loyal, relentless. On the beaches of D-Day, soaked in seawater and sand, the Garand kept firing. In the freezing forests of the Battle of the Bulge, when everything else struggled, the Garand held strong. In the brutal jungles of the Pacific, where humidity destroyed gear and ambushes came without warning, the M1 gave Marines the firepower they desperately needed. Axis soldiers noticed. They complained that Americans fired too fast. They assumed U.S. squads carried more machine guns than they actually did. But the truth was simpler. It wasn't extra machine guns. It was just the M1 Garand, in the hands of determined men. Enemy soldiers feared it, but many respected it. Captured M1 rifles became prized battlefield trophies. Even some German soldiers preferred the American rifle over their own weapons. In war, the only thing that matters is effectiveness, and the M1 Garand delivered it in every battle. The war ended, but the Garand's story didn't. It fought again in Korea. It trained soldiers for decades during the Cold War. And today, more than 80 years after it first appeared, you can still hear that iconic ping at shooting ranges around the world. A sound frozen in time, a sound that connects the present to the soldiers who fought in the past. The truth is, the M1 Garand wasn't just a rifle. It was a turning point in military history, a symbol of American grit, a tool that helped ordinary men do extraordinary things. Farmers, factory workers, teenagers, all thrown into the chaos of a global conflict, armed with a rifle that gave them a fighting chance. The M1 Garand gave them power, it gave them speed, it gave them accuracy, and in countless moments across Europe and the Pacific, it helped decide the outcome of battles that shaped the future of the world. In the end, the Garand became more than steel and wood. It became a legend built on bravery, a legend carried through mud, snow, and fire. A legend remembered every time that unmistakable ping echoes through the air. The M1 Garand, the rifle that changed the battlefield, the rifle that helped change the world.